Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram.
I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of beloved Bhagawan. Dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. In my life, I have been to a Hindu temple, a Buddhist monastery, and a church, and I have noticed something common in all these. So they have a place where they all light either candles or lamps, and many of them are lit together. And then sometimes a breeze blows and puts off one or two candles or one or two lamps. Every 1 or 2 minutes, 1 or 2 lamps go off, so which means in another 10-15 minutes, all should be off. But even after half an hour, they don't go off. They are still, all of them are burning. When I observed closely, I realized that the heat from the surrounding lamps is so much, surrounding candles is so much, even if one candle goes off, like a miracle you can see it will light up on its own again. That is why even if the candle or lamp goes off, it will never be off for a long time, it will soon get lighted again. I feel that is what happens when we as candles and lamps gather together. Each of us can get the warmth and light from each other. For example, today morning, the bhajans were so beautiful. But then when it began, I keep feeling your love in me over and over again. And I felt that the lamp in my heart that seemed to be weak just lit up so strong. I didn't get Swami's dream, but I felt he's sitting here and receiving our love. That is the power of all of us coming together. We have traveled from far by road, by rail, by flight. We have spent money, time and energy, and sometimes we may think, why can't I sit with my Swami in my room? But if we are a candle by ourselves, one breeze will blow us off and we will not light back again. That is why the money, the time, the energy we spend to come together like this is worth it. All the resources that we have is for the single goal of reaching Him. So please don't think that this is something which is costing a lot or using a lot of energy. No, we are all in the right direction, so we should congratulate ourselves for that. Because the joy and warmth that we get in our hearts because of this, we cannot get it anywhere else. And that is what Bhrigu discovered next. For those who missed yesterday's story, there is this Bhrigu who is searching for what is God. Why are we trying to listen to Bhrigu's story? Because our retreat theme is love, and we know love is God. So if we understand God, we'll understand love. So first Bhrigu feels food is God, that is the body is God, and his father tells him, yes, you're right, but go and do more penance. Then he comes and tells, not food but life, the life force, the breath, life breath is God. Then his father says, good, but go and do more penance. Then he comes and tells, I know the mind is God. Mind. Then the same answer, yes, mind is very powerful, it can take us to God, but you need to do more penance. Then he says, knowledge, awareness, that is God. Father says, very good, but you have to do more penance. Same way we have traveled in our journey of love, finding love. As I said, by the Neti philosophy. Neti means not this philosophy. So first we think that body, the attraction that I feel, that is love. No, that is lust. That is not love. Then we feel the life breath, that is attachment. That is also not love. Then at the mind, the desire, ambition, passion, energy, enthusiasm, we think that may be love. No, that is also not love. Then we think knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is God. Yes, we are closer, but that is, knowledge is love, but that is also not love. So that is the recap of yesterday's talk. It was necessary because Brother Manfred gave off an answer and I want you to forget that and come back to my story. So now, Bhrigu has gone to do penance because he needs to find the answer. And the father, the guru, Varuna is waiting. There by himself, he is saying, Anandam Brahme Divya Janat Anandatyeva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anandena Jatani Jivanti Anandam Prayantyapi Samvishanti. Bhrigu is in such bliss. He is in such joy. I am in bliss. I am so happy. This has to be God. And I don't care what you say about it. That is independence. In India, every other country, different countries in the world have been ruled by some other country. So when they get their own political freedom, They call it independence, freedom. We have Independence Day, Freedom Day. So one Independence Day, in India it is 15th August, we were planning a drama to put in front of Swami. Look at the beautiful way in which Swami defined independence. So in Sanskrit it is called Swarajya. Swa means self, Rajya means rule. So Swarajya is translated as self-rule. Yeah, meaning we are ruling by ourselves. We are ruling our own country. Swami said no. Swa means self with capital S. S self means the Atma, the divinity within. Swami said till your Atma is not ruling, you will never be free. You may be politically free, but you will be a slave to your body, to your mind, to your emotion, to everything else. Then Swami said, I don't know if this will make sense in Polish, but in English, Swami said, independence means independence. Dependence on what is in. The Bhrigu Valli stops the story there. It doesn't say that Varuna said, very good, now he found nothing. It just stops at that. Because I think once you taste bliss, then nothing else matters. Now the question might come, we had a lovely breakfast. Are we happy?
Is this bliss?
So is this bliss? We had a good sleep at night. Is that bliss? I was sitting at Swami's lotus feet and massaging his feet. Is that bliss? So is eating breakfast bliss or sitting at Swami's feet bliss? Which is more bliss, which is less bliss? Can bliss be more and less? I am playing with my daughter, I am happy. Is that bliss?
Yes.
The answer to all of this is a resounding no. And I am not saying this. I'll tell you that story which Swami has. It's not a story, it's an experience with Swami. So there was the student who was doing a doctorate in Anantapur town, which is a little distance from Puttaparthi. Every weekend he would come to Puttaparthi to have Swami's darshan. And many times Swami will call him for an interview. So one day Swami had called him along with other Western devotees. And in front of everybody, Swami asked him, why did you come here? He said, Swami, I came to have your darshan. Swami asked, why do you have to have darshan? Because Swami, I get bliss. Swami said, you get bliss or you get happiness? He said, Swami, I get bliss. Then Swami said, what is the difference, bliss and happiness? See, some beautiful occasions, Swami gives you the inspiration and Swami gives you the answer. He has done this many times. He will call a student and tell, speak. That student has never spoken. But that day he speaks amazingly well. How? Because at that moment, on that day, the student got an experience of being a loudspeaker. The student gets the experience of how it is to identify with that divine. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the divine, the same in Swami. And when that energizes me, this body will create miracles. So that day the student found himself giving such a fantastic answer to Swami. He said, Swami, when I am feeling hungry and I get food, that is happiness. Because Swami, next time when I feel hungry, if I don't get the food, if I remember the food that I ate the previous time, I cannot feel the happiness anymore. In fact, forget happiness, it will make me miserable because I am feeling so hungry and you are reminding me of the tasty food but I am not having to eat. But Swami, when I have your darshan, I feel bliss. And years later, Swami, if there is a day when I am not able to see you, I can just think of it and feel the same joy. And the whole thing comes back. That is why, Swami, this is bliss. Isn't it? Do we meet to discuss how lovely the food is? No, but we meet even years after Swami has left his body to discuss and talk about the stories of God. We spend money, energy, time, do anything just to come and listen to stories of God. Because it gives us joy. We don't travel to inflict sorrow upon ourselves. That gives us a hint of what bliss is. Bliss has to be permanent. And what does it mean that it has to be permanent? Another student, Swami asked him the difference again. What is the difference between happiness and bliss? Just completing that story, Swami was very happy with the student's answer. And Swami said, see, everything they know as good as Swami. So Swami asked this other student that I am telling about, what is the difference between happiness and bliss? And every answer he gave, Swami kept saying, Neti, Neti, Neti. No. Finally, Swami himself gave the answer. Causeless happiness is bliss. So when you are feeling happy, ask why are you feeling happy? If you get an answer, be sure it's not bliss. Why are you feeling happy? Because the breakfast was lovely. Not
Yes,
bliss. Why are you feeling happy? Because I got interview with Swami. Not bliss. Why are you feeling happy? I spent time and had a date with my beloved. Not bliss. You may wonder, what are you talking, Arvind? Every happiness has a cause. This is what I also thought. Technically, the answer is very nice. Causeless happiness is bliss. But is it practical? It is possible, and again I will share another experience. So this was a time, say around 2015 or 16. I was feeling an emptiness in my heart. Meaning, I was just feeling I'm not connected to Swami. Yes, I have my experiences. I have my photos with Swami. I have videos where I'm interacting with Swami. But that connection I'm not feeling. That is why this is a continuous process. It is not like you got one interview with Swami, done, achieved. No. Therefore, it is never too early to come to God, never too late to come to God. Because some people may say, you know what, I never saw Swami. I got to know Swami after he had left. It is not like that. If you get to know now, from now we can start benefiting. Just imagine when we want to do anything. The other day when I was going around Warsaw with Marek, we could not communicate to each other because his English is as excellent as my Polish. And yet we communicated comfortably. How?
Yeah.
Internet. Instantly it's helping us communicate. There is only one language, the language of the internet. Yeah, there's only one language, the language of the heart, but internet makes it easier to connect. Now imagine somebody doesn't know the internet exists. If somebody asks me, what is internet? What will I tell? You don't know internet? Listen, this, and I'll explain what is internet. And if that person says, oh God, 40 years I didn't know, only my whole life is waste. No, it is not waste. This moment onwards, start benefiting. It's never too late to come to the internet. Welcome, start using from now, you will get benefits. Same with the inner net. Yes, if you didn't know Swami, got to know Swami, first time you're hearing, no problem. From now, start benefiting. So that time when I was feeling that lack of connection, I told my wife, Pooja, I don't know, I'm not feeling connection to Swami, what I should do. He said, do some sadhana. I said, what sadhana should I do? Every day I'm writing stories about Swami, I'm making videos about Swami, what more sadhana? This is another mistake we make. We think making video is sadhana, but cutting vegetables is not sadhana. Doing bhajan is sadhana, but driving the car is not sadhana. Sadhana is not about what we do. It's a little bit about how we do, and it is completely about why we do. In fact, this is the experience of Dr. Narendranath Reddy, who is the chairman of the SSSIO. His wife complained to Swami saying he keeps doing all sadhana, bhajan, everything. I am doing all housework. Swami told her, no, when you're cutting vegetables, think, Swami, I'm cutting my ego and offering it to you. When you are cleaning the room, think, Swami, I'm cleaning my heart for you. Please come and stay. That becomes sadhana. Anything we do for Swami becomes sadhana. I'm singing bhajan.
Śpiewam bhajany.
Nardehi Narayan Baba. Looking how they're impressed or not.
Patrzcie, robię wrażenie.
That's not sadhana. That's the way you're growing your own ego. Why are you singing bhajan?
Po co śpiewasz?
So that everybody comes and tells, wow, what a singer. That is not sadhana. But clean the room saying, Swami, this is my heart. Please come and stay in my heart. It becomes sadhana. One day in Prashant Nilayam, when I was working in the media, in Radio Sai over there, different people would come to meet me, Sai Ram brother, and talk to me. So one day I was speaking to one other gentleman who works in the ashram. So one devotee came to me, Sai Ram brother, and began to talk to me. So I thought of introducing the other person also to him. But before I could do that, he himself said, Sai Ram, I'm a driver here. And this devotee said, Sai Ram, and continued to talk to me. Then I said, hey, this is Mr. Padmanabhan. He drives Swami's car. Immediately this fellow forgot me. Sai Ram.
Do tego kierowcy, Sai Ram.
Why that response? Driver? Swami's driver? Sai Ram.
Kierowca Swami.
That day I realized that Swami, if I be an accountant, let me be Swami's accountant. If I am a driver, let me be Swami's driver. If I am a cook, let me be Swami's cook. Whatever I do, let me do for you, Swami. When we sing, if we don't sing for Swami but for our own ego, it is nothing. But when I drive and cook, if I cook for Swami, drive for Swami, that becomes Sai Ram. So that is what is sadhana. Sadhana is anything that sparks that love in our heart. Love for God.
Miłość do Boga.
Just like bliss is causeless, love also should Be causeless and without expectation. I'm not praising God because tomorrow I have a job interview. In our institute in Puttaparthi, this would happen. If you go to the Ganesha in the institute, black idol of Ganesha, you will see his toe has been worn out.
Polerowane od dotyku.
Polarowan. Because exam time, during the exam they will come and keep rubbing, please praise, please help. After examination, no demand for Ganesha, off season. Like you have tourist season, right? Even Ganesha has peak season, off season. That is not devotion. That is business. You help me, I will pray. We think that we can butter Ganesha. Oh, Ganesha. In fact, many times Swami would open a letter also and they would have written, Dear Swami, the Parabrahma Satchidananda Swarupa Bhagawan, that full praising him. Swami would say, stop all this drama. Tell what you want. Will you go to your father and tell, oh father who drives the Mercedes Benz, who drives the Alfa Romeo, who is wearing a superb suit, who is amazing, who is fantastic, please. You just go and tell dad I want $1,000. In fact, when they go, as a father I know, my bhakti comes to me and says, Dad, and gives a hug. I know something is coming now. When a normal father can make out, can't the heavenly father make out? We can fool the world with our signs of devotion. Put vibhuti, wear white dress, make everybody think great devotee. But God knows our heart. The only reason we love God, it should be because Swami, I want you. That's it. Nothing, not that I want no need of anything else in life. Because only when we ask that, we will get the ultimate, which is complete peace and bliss. Whatever we may achieve in life, we will not get peace and bliss because, as Swami says, happiness or bliss is union with God. That's why I said, when they would tell Swami, I want nothing, I want only love. Swami would say, these many people tell like this. It's only a dialogue. Because you don't even know what it means. I know, Swami, I want only you. I'll take away all your money then. You'll become very poor. Now you want bread or you want Swami? I'm telling this because when we are on the streets in the cold without food to eat, that time we'll tell Swami, just get some food enough, Swami, I don't want anything else. Sitting in a comfortable room with climate controlled, stomach full, all comfortable, nice perfume. I want God, I want mukti. So when I say that God will take away the money, it's not because He's cruel, because He's keeping a mirror in front of you and showing, you said you want God, but you actually want money. Only when money is there, then you want God. But suppose, no problem, Swami, even if I am not having food to eat, I want you. Then, if you say, yes, if you pass this, then Swami will tell, really do you want me? Or do you want your relationships? Because He'll take away your relationships, your friends, everything. He will make you all alone. And then tell, do you want somebody or do you want me? So God test is for our own progress. When we give examination in university, it's for us to get degree and go higher. It's not because God is cruel or it's not because God cannot provide for us. He doesn't want to give us something that will give us happiness momentarily. He wants to give us the highest. That is why I feel in some discourses, Swami would tell, please shut up, don't ask. Because what you are asking is much lesser than what I want to give you. So then when you say that, I don't want anybody, I'll be alone also, no problem, I want only you, then He will take away your self-respect and self-esteem. People will criticize you, condemn you and tell you are good for nothing, you are worse, you are a traitor. They will criticize. And still you tell, no problem, let my good name go. I want you. Then He will give you the greatest gift.
A wtedy da Ci największy dar.
A bliss without cause. Causeless happiness. You will never be sad again. Whether you are hungry, whether you are poor, nothing matters. You will be in bliss. Because in that situation when you are happy, you are not happy because of your money, which you don't have. You are not happy because of your friendship or relationship, which you don't have. You are not happy because of your reputation or good name, which you don't have. That's causeless happiness. Once we hear this, Swami, no need bliss, Swami, give me $10,000 enough. Because we are short-sighted. We are looking only till tomorrow, day after. In the long run, we are not going to be happy. Because let us remember, the politician, the businessman, everybody came to Swami asking. And we think we want to reach their position. Having reached their position, they are again coming to Swami. A wise person learns from others' mistakes. So now rewinding back to the story where my wife told me do some sadhana. I said, what sadhana? I am doing daily videos, I am doing articles, what sadhana should I do? She said, you are not doing it like sadhana, you are doing it like work. That's why you are feeling disconnected. Then I told, you only tell me what I can do as sadhana. She said, see, Sathya Sai Baba, the story of Shirdi Baba's life. You just read it for 1 week. People often do it, It is said that if you read it for 1 week, whatever your heart desires, you will get it fulfilled. Now this Shirdi Satcharitra comes as a 1000-page version also, it comes as a 20-page version also. I took a middle 150-page version. For 1 week, every day about 1 hour I have to read. It has been written by a great devotee called Hemad Pant. So I started reading the first day. As I am reading it, I am feeling so many mistakes in the story. And I am thinking this Hemad Pant is not a good storyteller. He doesn't know how to build suspense. He's telling of the story in the beginning only. What do I have to read because it's sadhana? I read it.
No to czytam.
After 1 hour I finished. I went and reported to my boss, my wife.
Mówię do mojej, wracam do szefa, czyli do żony.
I said, today sadhana done. He asked, how are you feeling? I said, I feel that Shirdi Sai Satcharitra should be rewritten because the story is weak. And I told, see, I'm honestly telling you what I felt. I think this sadhana is not for me. She said, no, you have started it, do it. So second day also I read. I think third day, fourth day, fifth day, 7 days over. At the end of 7 days, my opinion has not changed. I still feel that it has to be rewritten. But my sadhana is done. So my wife cooked some special dishes which Shirdi Baba used to like. That day morning she had woken up early, had bath, wore a nice sari, she cooked everything and she had kept ready. As I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thinking she's done better sadhana than me. But yeah, I also got ready, we did aarti to Baba, finished everything. And she asked me, now how are you feeling? I said, nothing. I'm feeling same, there's no difference. So whole thing is a waste, right? He said, no, not a waste, don't worry, it's okay, you go. Go means go to my workplace, Radio Sai. So then I started walking. I would walk from my home to Radio Sai. As I was crossing the mandir, suddenly I started crying. I just don't know why. Tears are flowing and like as if Swami is possessing me. Like I'm just telling, Swami. That's all I'm telling. And when I'm walking, I think it is seen on my face. One of my colleagues who works with me was walking and he was also coming. He asked, hey, what happened, Arvind? Are you fine? He said, Swami. Like a madcap. Even as I think of that, I'm getting that feeling again. So he just said, come, I'll take you, just sit on your chair. He took me to my chair, gave me a glass of water. He doesn't know what has happened, but yeah, you just take rest. Looks like you're very emotional. And he went. But that feeling is just not going. I'm just remembering Swami with so much gratitude. Gratitude for what? I just don't know. I'm just feeling so much love for Swami. And I'm feeling that pressure inside me is so intense that to release that pressure I have to keep telling Swami. For almost 2 or 3 hours. That day I cannot do any work. I'm just sitting in front of my system. Then they're leaving for lunch. They came and they're not going for lunch. That day I went back home. Because I don't know, I'm in some other state. So happy, as if like Swami is giving me an interview. Not Swami gave me, Swami is giving me, it's ongoing. So much of happiness.
Tak niesamowite szczęście.
So much of overwhelming gratitude and emotion. I went and rang my home bell. Pooja opened the door and asked, what happened? Swami. He said, yeah. You're missing Swami. I said, no, how can I miss? He's Swami. I don't miss Swami Pooja. Swami, like this, talking incoherently. She said, Arvind, you're crying, but you're looking happy. You're happy or you're sad? I said, I'm so happy. This only you wanted, no? From Shirdi Satcharitra? This is only what you wanted, right? Connection to do sadhana. You did the whole sadhana. I realized, oh yeah. I'm feeling so connected to Swami. I don't need him to give vibhuti. I don't need him to come in a photo. I don't need him to come in my nothing. I'm just feeling him so much. And I realized that is why possibly when I finished reading the book, he didn't give me the experience. Because then I would have thought, because I read the book, I'm feeling happy. And because of something, if you're happy, that's not bliss. I was only criticizing the book, critiquing the book. And yet, when he chooses, he just filled me with joy where food did not matter, relationship did nothing mattered. I'm telling you, at that time, if somebody had come and told me, you are the Prime Minister of India, you have been elected, I would have just said, Swami. Or if somebody had told me, you are fired, you won't have food to eat, I would have told Swami. That is true independence. When you are independent for your joy, it doesn't depend on anything outside. That is love. That is causeless joy. That is bliss. That is God. Now here's the beautiful switch. Till now, all scriptures tell us that Neti means not this. Swami said that is not the meaning of Neti. Neti means not only this. Which means this is also good, but not just this. Attachment is also love, but not just that. Desire is also love, but not just that. Knowledge is also love, but not just that. Mind is also love only, but not just that. Love is all of this and much more. Varuna told his son Bhrigu, yes, Annam Brahma, food is God, but God is not just food. Life is God, but God is not just life. Mind is God, but God is not just the mind. Knowledge is God, but God is not only knowledge. In fact, bliss is closest to God, but God is not just bliss also. It is something that is beyond bliss, which can only be experienced. But for that you have to reach the level of bliss. And what happens after that we don't know, because anybody who has reached there has never come back to tell. Those who have reached that level find eating meaningless, relationship meaningless, speaking meaningless, everything meaningless. They're just lost in themselves. Nothing affects their bliss, whether conflict in the world, nothing affects. They're beyond all of that. But just like to reach PhD, doctorate, you have to go first grade, second grade, third grade. Like that we have to evolve. So as long as this we do bhajan, we do seva, all of this is to purify the mind and get love for God. So as long as we have this distinction of good, bad, or right, wrong, we need to adhere to the right, to the good. There's a story of Adi Shankaracharya, the great guru from India. With his disciples, he went to a devotee's home, a devotee who was working in a wine shop, alcohol shop. So Adi Shankara accepted that alcohol and drank. So all disciples thought, we can also drink. They also nicely drank. Next he went to a devotee's house who was an ironsmith, making metal, steel, iron. There, Adi Shankara drinks a glass of molten iron and looks at the disciples. Because, Swami says, if you want to be a Sai devotee, give up eating meat. But Jesus used to eat meat. Then you follow Jesus. Having chosen one, don't pick and choose. I'll eat meat like Jesus, but I won't get crucified. No, that I won't do. I will go do dance like Krishna, but I will rule like Rama. Then I will dress up like Swami, but I will eat meat like no, don't. Yeah, you're doing it for your you may fool the world, but you know what you're doing. And the reverse also holds good. When we are working in the organization, oh, that person is bad, this person is bad. You are not here for other spiritual evolution. We are here for our own spiritual evolution so that we can love Swami. So let us not say, I like to go to organization, but organization, too much politics, I don't want, no, I'm by, no. When it comes to organization, let us remember what I said about the Hindu temple, the Buddhist monastery and the Christian church, all the lamps together. As Swami's lamps, let us all derive together Swami's warmth and Swami's light. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Dear Swami, may the love that we have for you in our hearts keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.